Okay.
All right, so, sorry about that, everybody.
Good.
Mr. Andre, absent. Harry Gordon. Here. Ms. Ingersoll.
Here,
Mrs. Costock.
she is online under Bill K. That's how she's,
Okay.
I'm here.
Yeah. Mrs. Reckles.
Here.
Mr. Scarrow.
Here.
And Mrs. Vaughn.
okay, this notice of the meeting has been noticed per state statutes, and it looks like I do have one community participation item for tonight. I'll just briefly read a statement and then we'll move forward. The community participation period is an important time for the Board of Education to hear concerns, gratitude, etc. of its constituents. That said, prior to making a statement, please be aware that each speaker bears personal risk if anything they say during community participation of the school board meeting is defamatory, slanderous, or otherwise harmful to another individual. So Anna Benton, if you would mind coming up, you have 3 minutes.
All right, good evening. I am the parent of an incoming 6th grade student to the middle school this fall. Upon getting some information last week on his schedule, my husband and I were extremely disappointed in the new structure of the middle school schedule, as we felt that it seems punitive to students who want to be in band. We reached out to Mr. McBurney to see if there were any alternatives being discussed. And after also talking with several other families who were feeling the same as we were, we wanted to come speak tonight to just hopefully keep the conversation going to come up with some solutions if possible. Also, as teachers in the district, my husband and I would love nothing more than for our son to continue with the band program. We think that it's a very great way for him to express himself, and we would love for him to also choose to continue to play past middle school, as there are so many benefits to playing a musical instrument that can positively impact a person's physical, mental, and emotional health. With the new middle school structure, he would have to sacrifice all of the allied arts courses that he's extremely interested in. For a 6th grader, that seems like a really big ask. We were told that since he was in band in 5th grade, he would automatically be enrolled in band in 6th grade and then automatically placed into 2 allied arts courses, art and Spanish. We feel it is unfair for him and others who share his interests to be missing so many of the other opportunities that our amazing middle school teachers offer. We wonder how he and others will be able to make an informed decision about future classes without being able to sample high interest allied arts courses at the middle school. Our music programs here are phenomenal. We are continuously blown away by students in our district and their talent. This is also due to the amazing teachers we have in the music department, and we worry that this program may suffer if this current structure moves forward. That would be a tremendous blow to the school district. Although it's a hard decision for families to make, I know that we are currently having the conversation on the possibility of giving up band in our home. We don't know what the solution is, but we do want to help find one. First, it would be nice to understand the rationale behind the new structure, including science and social studies only being 2 trimesters, PE and allied arts only being 1, while band is all 3. There does not seem to be a balance. While we fully support the band program and wholeheartedly want our child to continue in the arts, we're hoping that we can find a balance. From our angle, it currently appears that the middle school students, especially those who want to be in band, are taking a heavy punishment from the terrible decisions the community made last spring. Middle school can be very vulnerable. We know that in the current climate, there are changes that do need to be made. I think that students like my son who have a great idea of things that they're interested in already have had opportunities. However, as a teacher, I also think of students who have not found their passions yet, who would benefit from trying other courses that they might be interested in that they have no clue about yet. I do want to say thank you so much for your time and your continued efforts so far for our school district. We know that you're all put in an impossible position with changes that do have to be made. So please know that you are greatly appreciated. We do recognize the hard work that you've already put in to make this next year and years to come very successful for the teachers and the students of our district. Thank
you. Okay, so we're going to move on to our regular and closed session school board meeting approvals. let's do them separately, if we can. And we'll be doing a roll call vote on each. So looking for a motion to approve.
I move to approve the minutes of the June 30th, 2025 regular session school board meeting as presented.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded to approve the minutes of the June 30th, 2025 regular session school board meeting. Roll call vote, please.
Okay, Mr. Andre is not here. Chair Gordon,
Yes.
Ms. Ingersoll,
Yes.
Mrs. Costock,
Yes.
Mrs. Reckles.
Yes.
Mr. Scarrow.
Yes.
Ms. Vaughn.
Yes. Okay, and looking for a motion to approve the closed session minutes.
I move to approve the minutes of the June 30th, 2025 closed session school board meeting as presented. Or
Yes.
Second, Costock.
What was that, Kathy?
I said I second.
I'm not sure you can because you don't have access to the minutes.
I apologize. You are correct. My bad.
I'll second.
Okay. It's been moved and seconded to approve the minutes, the closed session school board meeting minutes from June 30th, 2025. Roll call vote, please.
Mr. Andre is absent. Chair Gordon,
yes.
Ms. Ingersoll,
Yes.
Mrs. Costock,
Abstain.
and Mrs. Reckles.
Yes.
Mr. Scarrow,
Yes.
Mrs. Vaughn.
Yes. Great. The next item on the agenda is the approval, oh no, sorry, general and other fund bills. Mr.
Put my,
Earl provided us with some notes on that.
okay, so the bill's covered by checks number 155594 through 155675. Wire numbers 021 to 022 and ACH numbers 962 to 963 and 001 to 021 represent a total of 699,876 and 43 cents.
Okay.
Included in the board packet, as it says, is a memo provided by the business office. This includes some large one-time costs that represent at the beginning of the school year, or the fiscal year, I should say. Do you have any questions?
Anybody have any questions? Kathy, you're always up for some questions. You got any hit today?
Hang on, I needed to get to my unmute. Actually, I did have one. Hang on just a second. I need to go back into my note for just a second here. It was about all of the multiple AWSA member renewals, $7,500 for 13 renewals. Is there any kind of package program that they offer for that?
I can definitely look into that.
What was it for?
This was for the Association of Wisconsin School Administrators, and there were 13 separate membership renewals. Pricing, they were like $550, or I think there were a couple at $700.
Okay.
And with there being so many, I wondered if they offered any kind of package deal.
They do not have a district package that I'm aware of, but like Chris said, we can double check that. That would be for the principals and associate principals, their association. But yeah.
I will look into that for you.
Any other questions? Okay, hearing none, looking for a motion to approve.
I'll move to approve the general and other fund bills of July 14th, 2025, check numbers 155594 to 155675. Wire numbers 021 to 022 and ACH numbers 962 to 963 and 001 to 021 in the combined amount of $699,976 $876.43 as presented.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded to approve the general and other fund bills of July 14th, 2025. Check numbers 155-594 to 155-675, wire numbers 021 to 022, and ACH numbers 962 to 963 and 001 to 021 in the combined amount of $699,876.43. Roll call vote, please.
Mayor Gordon,
Yes.
Ms. Ingersoll,
Yes.
Mrs. Costock,
Yes.
Mrs. Reckles,
Yes.
Mr. Scarrow,
Yes.
Mrs. Vaughn.
Yes. Okay. The next item is we, as a board, have to approve the annual declaration and parent notice of the district student academic standards. It will be in effect for the 2025-2026 school year. This is pursuant to section 120.12, parent 1(3) and B, and section 118.30, parent 1G, A of the state statutes. So this is something that the law requires us to officially adopt academic standards. To my knowledge, nothing has changed since last school year. Am I correct? Okay.
I checked the world languages and it's
Yeah.
the same as we've spent.
Yeah, I looked over them too, and I didn't see anything new pop up.
No.
So, if anybody has any specific questions, Mrs. G is here to answer questions, and I'm sure Mr. Tadlock can as well. If there are no questions, then looking for a motion to approve the academic standards.
I move to approve the district student academic standards as outlined for the 2025-2026 school year and direct the district administrator to issue a notice informing the public of said standards as presented.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the district student academic standards as outlined for the 2025-2026 school year and direct the district administrator to issue a notice informing the public of said standards as presented. Roll call vote, please.
Mr. Andre is absent. Mayor Gordon,
Yes.
Mrs. Ingersoll.
Yes.
Mrs. Costock,
Yes.
Mrs. Reckles.
Yes.
Mr. Scarrow,
Yes.
Mrs. Vaughn.
Yes. All right, motion passes. Next item is a review and discussion of the Neola 9000 Relations Series. So if you remember, the policy committee has been reviewing different sections of the Neola policies. I think we've already approved, well, no, not approved, we've reviewed one section. This is another one, the 9000s. I think we're in the middle of a third, we're like reviewing another one in policy right now. I don't know if you guys, hopefully you had a chance to review those policies. There were quite a few in there that we've never had a policy for in the past. I think there's some really good ones to cover, you know, certain things that we've never really had a policy for. But did anybody have any comments or questions or anything like that? We won't be officially approving anything tonight. This is just simply a discussion time to talk about anything that might jump out at you. We will approve the entire Neola policy when we're finished, when the policy committee is finished reviewing all of the policies. We'll adopt it as one package. So tonight is just a review. Obviously, there's plenty of time to review them again, you know, if you have a question about anything.
There was nothing that jumped out at me, but self-admittedly, I haven't gotten through every one of them.
Sure, sure, I know, it's a lot of reading.
Yeah, and looking at, I would assume that some of the stuff is policy already. I mean,
Some of it is, but much of what was in this is actually new policy. Am I correct, Mr. Tadlock? I don't know if he's still there.
Yep, you're correct. There's basically what we're doing, with the exception of a few really unique policies to our school district, we'll be replacing current policies with the Neola policies. And Jody has a comprehensive checklist of whether it's a new policy, a replacement policy, or a modified current policy. So it's kind of a mix of those, but there are a lot of gaps that our current policy manual has, or topics that we just didn't cover, which isn't uncommon when it's a district created policy book. It's so it's a mix of those three, Air Gordon.
Yeah.
The first one, the Citizens Advisory Committees. I think the board does a nice job of creating committees when necessary. I don't know if you need to create a committee and then try to find stuff for a committee to do.
Right.
And so I would rather, as the board has done before, like the ad hoc committee or the new committee dealing with, I'm not sure how, is it called advocacy or is it political action?
Oh,
Yeah, that we follow the different process to formulate those board committees. And that's where in the policy committee, there have been several policies that as we went through Neola, that they just felt like, well, that's not, we don't need that. We like what we have in place or our process. And so we have that discretion. So that's the type feedback we're looking for in this review. And then when we go to the first reading, like in this review, the policy committee can take that feedback. I believe you're on the policy committee now. So we could go back, make note of that policy to review it closer, and then make a decision whether to forward it for a first reading or not. All board members will have an opportunity when we bring the full manual back to flag and or say, we'd like this one, would like to discuss this policy further, modify it and or change it at that point.
I think maybe I'm interpreting your question incorrectly, but I think the Citizens Advisory Committee policy is just to give us a guideline for when we do form a Citizens Advisory Committee. It's not forming a committee through this policy. It's just giving us guidelines so that when one is formed, these are the guidelines that we would use.
Okay, I misunderstood.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
It does. I just misunderstood when I read it.
Okay.
Good. They're quite lengthy.
Yes, they are.
I think it'd be good for Jody to share her list with the entire.
Yeah,
board.
I agree. So yeah, if we could, Jody, if you could, kind of, as we do these, reviews, if you could indicate which ones are replacing current policy or are modifying current policy or just are completely new policy that we've never had before.
And as well as there are ones that the policy committee said, we're not doing that.
Right, yes, that is correct. There were some that we said we're not gonna, there was no reason to adopt it or, yeah.
And we didn't think it was necessary.
Yeah, that's good, thank you. Okay. So, if there's no other comments, we'll just move on, but that was basically, when you have time, if you can just go back and read through those. Obviously, it's a long process for us to get through all the policies, so we'll be doing this for a while, but.
Yeah, I think it would be good to have it set up like a separate meeting, and that's all we do is just
Sure.
we're reviewing all the policies. So do
Yeah.
homework,
Yep,
let's be productive.
yep.
We'll get through them all in one night, and then you won't have to think about it anymore. Anyway,
That
this
sounds
is
good.
fun.
Yeah. All right, we'll move on to our personnel recommendations. I will just quickly review them. We have a few resignations. Samantha Groth is resigning from 4th grade teacher position. Jenna Marshall-Pausch is resigning from special ed teaching assistant at Westside. And Jamie Chrisman resigned from special ed teaching assistant at the 4K level. Looks like Heather Schwartz is being appointed to a cook position at Tibbetts School and replacing Rachel Trinkle. Robert Pideau also resigned as an athletic coach from the high school baseball assistant. And Paul Jacobson is being appointed as an athletic coach, as a football assistant coach at the high school. Thank you for all of those who have served us well in the past, and welcome to our new appointees. We do need to approve.
I'll move to approve the personal recommendation sheet for July 14th, 2025, including new employment contracts, conditioned upon passing background check, and district mandated drug screening as presented.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
So moved and seconded to approve the personnel recommendation sheet for July 14th, 2025, including new employment contracts conditioned upon passing the background check and district mandated drug screening. Roll call vote, please.
Mr. Andre is absent. Harry Gordon,
Yes.
Mrs. Ingersoll,
Yes.
Mrs. Costock,
Yes.
Mrs. Reckles.
Yes.
Mr. Scarrow,
Yes.
Mrs. Vaughn.
Yes. All right, we have no school gifts to announce tonight, and we do have a second reading of the, can you put that up for us, Mr. Earl? Oh yeah, perfect. Second reading of the co-curricular code of conduct. We looked at this at the last meeting. Mr. Tadlock did not receive any questions or additional concerns since the first reading, so unless there are some other things that you want to bring up now, just looking for a motion to approve.
I move to approve the revised co-curricular code of conduct as presented.
I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the revised co-curricular code of conduct. Roll call vote, please.
Mr. Andre is absent. Harry Gordon,
Yes.
Mrs. Ingersoll.
Yes.
Mrs. Costock,
Yes.
Mrs. Reckles.
Yes.
Mr. Scarrow,
Yes.
Mrs. Vaughn.
Yes. All right, the last thing is just looking for an emotion to adjourn.
Let's remind me when our meeting is.
Oh, yes, our annual meeting is our next board meeting
In 2 weeks.
in 2 weeks, which is officially July 28th. The annual meeting will start, it'll all be at the high school. The annual meeting will start at 6, and it usually takes a half hour to 40 minutes or so to get through that. And then immediately following, we will start our regular school board meeting. And we'll just stay there.
That's so
Yeah, at the high school.
perfect.
Is that gonna be an auditorium?
Yes, in the auditorium.
I move to adjourn.
I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded to adjourn. Roll call vote, please.
Mr. Andre is absent. Harry Gordon,
Yes.
Mrs. Ingersoll.
Yes.
Mrs. Costock,
Yes.
Mrs. Reckles.
Yes.
Mr. Scarrow.
Yes.
Mrs. Vaughn.
Yes. All right, meeting is adjourned. 30 minutes.
All right.